The weather's really heating up now, and from a gardener's point of view, this has to be a 1 in 40-year growing season. Reasonable rains over a sustained period has seen record growth in my backyard, but I'm not about to let all the gains we've made get lost to hot, dry summer conditions. There's one very important thing you can do if you want to save your garden. It's to walk the garden looking for dry patches. You've got to use your eyes. If you do, you'll start picking them up because there are all sorts of things that affect the delivery of water. Now, sometimes it's plants getting in the way of sprinklers, so the throw doesn't make a spot and it starts killing off the lawn, or even worse, killing off sections of the garden bed. You've got to make sure you get in and fix it before it dries out and you lose your plants. Doing a run through your irrigation system to check sprinklers once a week for about 1 minute per station is a great idea. And when you find a drying patch, you have to act fast. And I reckon I've spotted one in a very important position in my garden, right next to the front steps. Now, that's not going to be a good look for visitors. This area here is a classic example. You can see it's drying out, and one of the real giveaways is the lack of intensity of foliage. The garden beds down there are lush and full, but here it's all dried out. Now, one of the safety mechanisms a plant puts in place is it drops its leaves, and that reduces the amount of stress on the root system to supply moisture into the plant. One of the other things is this here. Get a load of this. Now, you can see the size of these flowers are a fraction of what they'd normally be. They're tiny, and this is a classic indication that this garden bed's really dry. Now, there's a few things that I need to do. One of the first is make sure I get a wetting agent. Wetting agents are absolutely critical this time of the year. It's important to make sure that water can sink into the topsoil quickly. But here's the trick. Add some mulch first and then apply the wetting agent. Not all wetting agents are the same. If you buy something cheap, it's possible it could be watered down. Once you've got your mulch down, it's time to apply your wetting agent over the top. Now, this makes sure that the water penetrates through the mulch and down into the soil quickly. This helps avoid evaporation. Now, there are several different types of wetting agents that you can get your hands on. There's two that are the most common, granular and liquid. If you were to ask me, I'm going to tell you that I would prefer liquid every time. It's just so much easier to apply and activate. If the ground bubbles and froths, the wetting agent is activated and it's getting into the topsoil properly. And one more tip, and this is really important. The best time of the year to apply a wetting agent is now, when you're seeing dry patches. So get out, have a good look around, apply some wetting agent, get some mulch down, and your garden will maintain all that amazing growth it put on in the spring.